Hey guys, Fulu coming to you with another video. I hope all is well. So yeah, man, some videos were given to me, and it just goes back to my point where with the reason why I hold my line the way I hold my line. Um, it's really safe to say that the I guess you can say that the world as a whole, most society as a whole is like decaying. It's at a sense of like moral decadence, and it's been going this way like ever. I mean, it just gets worse every year. We know that to be the case. So what I like to do now is I like to start off with the basis of why I think the way I think. Some people think that I just think this way just based off of like my personal experiences. It's not only based off of my personal experiences, it's based off of things being given to me by my teachers and by my mentors, who were given to that it was given to them by their teachers gave it to them, and then they got it from the scholars themselves, like so on and so on. Like basically I have I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I have a chain of transmission that goes back to those scholars. So before I begin this video, this is the reason why I keep modern women at 10 arms length. This this can relate to not only like friends and stuff like that, but it also can relate to women in general. So it says, you know, and this is another reason why you shouldn't do these things. Like, for example, if a woman hurts you, I know that crap is, I know the crap is like, I know sometimes it's hard to get over when a woman hurts you, right? But when a woman hurts you, you should never busy yourself in like vengeful retaliation, because you'll just like end up hurting yourself and you'll waste more time. You know what I mean? Just let it go. As long as your health is in order, no bodily harm is done, nothing that you're able to walk away with a clean slate, just do that instead. So, one thing is that, you know, um, you know, you have to beware of keeping company with most women and just most people in general, because the modern woman is not going to overlook your most insignificant faults or veil the private affair of others. They're going to demand fairness, but they're not fair themselves, meaning that they're going to like what we see right now. They want traditional men. They want men to play the role of being like a traditional man, but they're not prepared to play the role of being a traditional woman, right? So, so like keeping company with them, you know, um, it's gonna be a misfortune for you. But distancing yourself from them is going to be a blessing, you know. Um, I hate to say it, but like outwardly they may give you the image of like, oh, they like you, stuff like that. But inwardly they're like wolves. They pass judgment based on suspicion. So basically, for example, like if you don't show them any interest, all of a sudden you're gay. If you don't spend money on them, all of a sudden you're broke, you know? And so sometimes what they'll do is they'll wait for tribulation. They'll hope and try to cause tribulation to fall upon you as well, you know? What you should do though, when it comes in, and this is the way I want to play it, but You have to be aware of, you have to look at these things that I'm about to say. Be aware of like the friend and also the woman, like when you choose your partner who only comes around when the going is good. Honestly, unfortunately, they're the worst of your enemies. You know, so you also shouldn't let your wealth be more important than your good name. But you have to understand the modern woman doesn't really care if your wealth, how your wealth or how lawful your wealth is, you know. Basically, what you should do too, and before I get into the commentary, and this is the point I want to make, and this is a balanced point. You should never let your wife and children know if they are economically better off than others, nor how much money you have. Because if they know, like, for example, you're like let's just say you're average, your wealth is average, then they're not going to respect you. You know what I mean? They're not going to respect you at all. All your efforts to get their respect, it's not going to be, or get their affection even, is not going to be reciprocated. They're not going to reciprocate like the affection that you're trying to show to them and the love that you're trying to give to them. But if they know you're really wealthy, you'll never satisfy them. You'll never satisfy them. They're always going to want something. They're always going to keep on wanting, keep on wanting, keep on wanting, keep on wanting, keep on wanting. I hate to say it, but like modern women today, they worship Birkin bags and iPhone 13s. You know what I mean? Like, that's just reality. I mean, if you put a Birkin bag before a woman, she'll probably literally kill for that Birkin bag. But let's get into what I want to get into. And get into a couple of videos.
Been divorced before. My first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
So we have to wonder why, like, we have to understand why he passed away. Like, do you think that he passed away from trying to give this woman his all and his all wasn't good enough? Let's continue.
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was...
So keep in mind, she said we made all the mistakes. She said they made all the mistakes together. But let's just continue on. Let's continue on. You see her eyes though, like, those are demonic eyes. Like, they're literally about to roll in the back of her head when you look at her. But let's continue.
The most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like, I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time.
So keep in mind that with modern women, money is going to outweigh her ability to like emotionally bond with you by default. So keep in mind that as a man, there may be that part of you. I mean, it's with every man. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cap. Like, for the most part, every man wants to have like that companionship. Every man wants to have, that kind of relationship dynamic. Like that's just like by rule, but you have to understand that, that dynamic really, that dynamic maybe is not going to exist. I mean, if you're dealing with a modern woman who's like unappreciative of the effort you're putting in. Now, on the flip side, well, it actually comes back down to her. Like, if he wasn't making enough money in the beginning, then why would you be with him? You know, if you had a certain standard of living that you wanted, why were you going to be with him anyway? And I think the reason why you were going to be with him is for the simple fact that the guys that you wanted were way out of your league. And that's just the bottom line. They had options and you weren't one of those options. But let's continue.
It's one thing to like work and work and work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no...
So he probably might just worked himself to death, literally, trying to please this woman.
Sources, and for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So she didn't want to work. That's what it came down to. And like Islamically speaking, I'm going to speak Islamically. I'm going to keep it on an Islamic level. Technically speaking, if we go to the books of fiqh and the books of law, a man is entitled to like provide for a woman in every shape and form, right? Financially, in everything. That woman, if she decides to make her own money, she is not required to give that money to her man. But most of the times what you're going to find is that if the man is making money, if the man is making the lion's share of things, then she is going to add to that lion's share, meaning that she's going to like, if she's a good woman, she's going to set something up where she's like, well, you know, I got this going. I'm going to add this to our portfolio. I'm going to add this to the portfolio. You know, she's going to contribute to it if what she wants to do is build like a family, if what she wants to do is build generational wealth. But the thing is, most of these women don't want that. You know, these women are selfish. These women just, you know, they want to be like pleased. They don't want those kind of dynamics, you know, because the thing is like, for example, like if a woman complains about like being bored all the time and stuff like that, they could easily like help you like buy that offshore property where they can go to, where y'all can go to like, you know what I mean, get away, or even buy a series of them, you know, or even buy land to cultivate, you know.
Long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, this, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally.
So also on top of this, I guess she was a single mother. And so he took on not only her, but he took on the child as well. Now, I will say there are some ops coming onto my page, and these ops are actually capping for these Beledro women. Okay, they're capping for them, meaning that they're saying that like they're not all the same. We have to, like, I have to accept them. I'm not looking hard enough. I'm not looking, period. You know, that's just the bottom line. As long as I'm here in the West, I'm not looking, period. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to brag or anything, but I can guarantee you one thing. with all my bank accounts that I have, one of those bank accounts I call the African bank account for a reason. You know, that's all. That's what I will tell you. That's one thing I will tell you. I call it the African bank account for a reason, you know. But anyhow, you have ops on here who will cap for these women, you know, and who feel that these women like deserve like the blue carpet treatment, you know. So you mean to tell me this guy, he gave it his all, yet his all wasn't good enough? And not only did he give it his all for her, he gave it all for the kid that was not even his. Let's continue.
Completely unconditionally. And when you love someone like that, you really accept their flaws and you accept less than what you should. So really, I should have been a better wife. Every time we saw each other, like, you knew that was your soulmate, right?
And that's another thing. You never want to get... Here's one thing that comes to mind. And I hate to say it, but you have to do it like this, you know. You have to do it like this. Now, with a woman, and this is how my dad was with my mom's. My dad made my mom fear him, right? But he wasn't violent. At the same time, my dad was easygoing without like losing his dignity or losing his manhood. He struck the balance. He struck the middle. We're always told the middle path is the best path. So that's the way he did it. And so that's the way I plan to do it, you know, because otherwise, if you go too far to the right side, as this dude did, then you're going to get this.
So he was your soulmate?
It's hard because I knew how he still felt about me.
He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart. Oh, don't cry, too.
So let this be a lesson that hypergamy will always be there with women. Okay, let that be a lesson to you. And let it be a lesson that, you know, no matter what it stands, what stands right now is that in this gender war, there are going to be casualties. However, it doesn't have to be us. The more let it be them. And what I mean by casualties, I mean there's going to be people who are going to be damaged. But it's better if they're the ones rather than us being the ones, since we have to how should I say it, be the we have to be the how should I say it, be the backbone of society. There's one more video I want to bring to you guys' attention, and it just goes to show you that masculine Monisha is completely like just like you know, done. Just completely done. Let me go to this. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Okay, let me see. See if I can find the video. Okay, so let me find it. Let's see. Let me hurry up.
I decided to download Babbel and start learning Spanish. The lessons are short, like 10 minutes long.
Good man. Like, damn, with the good guys. Actually a good man.
And that's great. You are a good man. You just not for me.
Keep it pushing. That's it. That's it. I said what I said, and I felt how I felt.
So you could be the best man, whatever, handsome, but if you're not sprinkling the toxicity in there.
No. Not automatic toxic. If there's no spice.
So you see, it's Big Shirley. I'm not gonna lie to you too. Like, I'm gonna keep it all the way real, and this is gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way. But a lot of these Beleggio women are overweight, bro. Like, I'm not gonna even cap. I see it every day while I walk on the street. Like seriously, bro. Like, it's not just them, but it's just modern Western women in general. A lot of them are overweight as heck now. And it's just like they're so mad about it. You know, they're mad. They're like super upset. Like, they're mad at the world. Like, for some reason, because of things that they had control over. You know, I'm not even cap, bro. A lot are overweight. A lot. You know, and, you know, with Africa, like with African women by default, I'm not gonna even cap, where African women are by default, they're naturally going to be in shape due to the nature of like what they have to do, like the rigors of everyday life, because, you know, they're walking up hills. Even in their city, they're walking up hilly environments. They're pounding millet, they're pounding manioca, they're pounding like just different things, pounding milho. They're pounding all these different things, and that in turn like gets them toned up too. You know, like by default, like an African woman, she's gonna be like, you know what I mean, naturally fit due to the simple fact that she's doing things that, you know, she was taught to do.
There's no fire. There is spice. She said if there's no. I'm so happy she said that. I'm swore.
Let me see.
Videos I found cannot understand art. Somebody's crimson pure. They know. So if all wake up, go to work, and that, I'm so happy she. If there's no.
Keep it pushing. That's it. That's it. I said what I said, and I felt how I felt.
So you could be the best man, whatever, handsome, but if you're not sprinkle in the toxicity in there.
No.
Not
automatic toxic.
So-
If there's no spice, there's no
What is-
fire.
what is
There
spice?
is no spice.
Why do you feel like you need to
and
bitch
this
him?
is why I
And what
say
you-
you
and
have
what
to
you
be.
and what you mean bitch boy you? What's the example of that?
Like, don't be my yes man. Like, I don't need that. I'm aggressive, and if you can't handle my aggression, then there's something wrong. That you're
Well,
not
women
for me.
say-
So she made.
So the thing is, I'm gonna end it on that note. When they say things like, oh, they're aggressive and things like that, what they're really telling you is that they're very combative and they're very like, like, you look at her, bro. Like, you can look at her and tell. You can really tell that woman would be like, I don't know if you guys ever seen, man, let me try to find him, man. This is how she would be like. This is how she would be like. Let me try to find him. Let me try to find him.
Hey, you here? Just down in some rocket fuel.
This spider is broken. I would like to exchange for you.
Yeah, see, this is how she would be like. Like that, like something like that, you know? Freaking rhino. Very aggressive. But anyhow, man, that's all I got for now. I just want to kick a little bit of fun. Like, but anyhow, man, y'all leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Fool is signing out. Unjara.